Good morning. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. Inside Talk Show is an inside job. Life is an inside job. I am addicted to these morning readings. I was going to change it up, but it's habit. This is what happens when you start a habit. I literally can't stop doing it. So, I was looking into one of another James Allen's books. His writings are so profound. This is from the book The Shining Gateway. The Shining Gateway. Let me just make sure. The Shining Gateway is this book. Chapter 10, Spiritual Strength. All things are holy to the holy mind. All uses are legitimate and pure. All occupations blessed and sanctified, and every day a Sabbath. A clear mind and firm head must precede and accompany a clean and gentle heart. Without the first, the second is impossible. So if you do not have a clean and gentle heart, you won't have a firm head. Without the first, the second is impossible, for the qualities of purity and gentleness can only be reached through a clear perception of right and wrong, and by the exercise of irresistible will. The strength of a powerful animal, or that animal force in man, which enables him to gain the victory over others by attack and resistance, is weakness compared with that quiet, patient, invincible will by which a man overcomes himself and tames to obedience and trains to the service of holy purposes the savage passions of his nature. We were talking a little bit about this, remember. We are the apex creature. We are animals at the end of the day, the amygdala, right? Or fight or flight, the part of us that reacts. That's easy. That's easy. But we want to evolve to our spiritual, higher selves, this higher awareness, this greater awareness that's awakening in you. You can feel it day by day and around this world. Listen to that again. A clear and firm head must precede and accompany a clean and gentle heart. Without the first, the second is impossible. For the qualities of purity and gentleness can only be reached through a clear perception of right and wrong, and by the exercise of an irresistible will. The strength of a powerful animal, or of that animal force in man, so we have that animal force in us, which enables him to gain the victory over others by attack and resistance, is weakness compared to that quiet, patient, invincible will by which a man overcomes himself and tames to obedience and trains to the service of holy purposes the savage passions of his nature. We all have that animal reactive quality that can kill and start wars and be a warrior and fight, be really defensive. The barking dog, rah, rah, rah. We also have that wise owl, that part of us, the prefrontal cortex, the part that can think and reason. Remember, think. Not a lot of people think. We might think we think. Only 2% of people actually think. 3% of people think they think. 95% of people would rather die than think. Thinking is not easy. It's challenging. It takes work and effort. It's easier to get offline and just numb out. I definitely have done that. And it's still a challenge every single day. What's the saying? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. We have that strong strength, that animal fight in us. But if we can't contain it, if it's in control of us, which that's what we're seeing across this world, right? If the barking dog, the animal part of us, is in control, the wise owl flew away. We're incapable of thinking, of problem solving, of creating solutions and understanding people. When we're triggered and that barking dog takes control, it scares that wise owl away, that part of us. It's offline. We're always in defense mode, always in fight mode, always in this contentious battle of who's right, who's wrong. Does this person agree with me? Do they not? We must let that wise owl come back. We must be in control of this animal nature. Don't let it be in control of us. Then we can never use that wise owl part. I'll end with this. Every dog can bark and fight, and every foolish man can rail, abuse, fence with hard words, and give way to fits of bad temper. These things are easy and natural to him, and require no effort and no strength. I literally just said that. I swear, me and James Allen are soulmates. I haven't read this before, but it proceeds. I'm not a freaking genius. It's when you study this stuff, it's the natural way your mind thinks. Remember, philosophers, writers, gurus, they don't come up with these thoughts. They tap into the one mind. You are capable of having profound downloads and profound writings. As I sit here and I study, I take the time to think. I come up to conclusions on my own, and then I read it in, like when I'm reading philosophers like Epictetus, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's how you get there. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. I came up with conclusions, and not to toot my own horn, but that's the natural progression of our minds. Marcus Aurelius wasn't a freaking genius. He just sat and took the time. Epictetus wasn't a god or a genius. He just took the time. I mean, we're all gods, but these people that we look, these writings of antiquity, these wise words, they're still here today in you, but we don't allow them to come out through us. Remember that. Every dog can bark and fight, and every foolish man can rail, abuse, fence with words, and give way to fits of bad temper. These things are easy and natural to him and require no effort and no strength. It takes no effort to yell at somebody. It takes no effort to tell somebody off. It takes no effort to gossip. It takes no effort to talk crap. It takes no effort to be frustrated. It takes no effort to be mad. It takes no effort. It's easy. We actually have to like put our hands over our mouth because it just oozes out so easily. That's the barking dog. We must practice this strength. And remember, it doesn't mean you're bad. It's just been a habit. It's probably how you learned. Your parents are probably like that. Your friends. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What books are you reading? All right. It takes no effort and no strength. But the wise man puts away all such follies and trains himself in self-control, trains to act unerringly from fixed principles and not from the fleeting impulses of an unstable nature. Are you stable or are you unstable? We joke a lot. There's a lot of memes going around like, I'm a mess, I'm unstable. We are, and it's actually not funny. I mean, it's funny. I'm glad we can joke about it, but what are we doing? What are you doing to train your mind? What are you doing? Are you studying? You have that potential. You can be a James Allen. You can be a Napoleon Hill. You can be an Epictetus. You can be a Marcus Aurelius. You are actually, you already are. It's, are you going to let it come forth or not? I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. I'll see you guys Monday.